And where more romantic to celebrate it than Paris? Which is why Bridge travel specialists are offering a total eclipse special. For £49 on top of a basic package, you can have a total eclipse celebratory meal, champagne aperitif, 4 courses, wines and coffee. But get this, the most important bit, as it says in the brochure, one of the few locations where a total rather than a partial eclipse is due to be visible is Paris. Really? Richard Buckley emailed us and said, can you really see a total eclipse in Paris? We weren't sure, so we faxed NASA, no less, and they got back to us. And Fred Espagnac, planetary systems expert at the NASA Space Flight Center, said Paris will not see the total eclipse, rather it will have a partial eclipse of 99.4%. And let me assure you, he says, 99.4% is not enough. So, Professor John Parkinson from Sheffield Hallam University, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure.
Why isn't a 99% eclipse good enough?
That last 0.6, 0.7% really means the difference between day and night. As we can see, for a partial eclipse, here, with just a little bit of the sun left, it really doesn't plunge the Earth into darkness, anything like a total eclipse. So it's nowhere near as dramatic.
OK, but a total eclipse is a lot more spectacular. We've got a clip of that as well. Talk us through it.
When the moon covers the sun completely, it plunges the Earth into darkness. And then, as you can see here the sun's outer atmosphere, the corona. This is really when you get this whole end-of-the-world experience. Birds go to sleep. Oh, it really is phenomenal.
Now, talk us through where you can see a total eclipse from, because we've got a map and this demonstrates it.
So this is next August's total eclipse. The shadow comes across the Atlantic here, scratches southwest England, Cornwall, southern Devon, Plymouth's a great place, then across the Channel into France, north of Paris. Montmartre misses out. Yeah. Terrible pity, but we can't do anything about it. Then into Germany, overhead Stuttgart, carries on into all sorts of places, Iran, Iraq, just makes it to India in time for sunset.
Now, it's going to be an absolutely huge event, isn't it? They reckon up to 4 million people are going to go down to the southwest to watch it.
Could easily be. Millions went to see the 1927 eclipse. More will go and see this eclipse.
Also, GPs in the southwest, this is quite interesting, are telling people don't give birth around August the 11th when the total eclipse is happening. Why is that? 2
possibilities. One, you might not be able to get to hospital at exactly the right time if you need to. Secondly, you're probably going to be indoors and you really want to be outside enjoying the whole experience.
Okay, interestingly enough, to actually give birth next August, you have to conceive around now. So if you're watching this in Cornwall tonight, hold back. Thanks very much, John. What do Bridge travel specialists say? They say, whilst the eclipse is almost total, it appears that our description is inaccurate in claiming a total eclipse over Paris. All customers from this date will be advised of this. We're obliged to you lot for pointing this out. And get your skates on if you want to see it, because the next total eclipse after this one is in 92 years' time, by which time, Annie, you'll be long gone.
I'd be happy to go to Paris, eclipse or no eclipse.